The Environment and Land Court in Nairobi has declared that the lifting of the moratorium on logging activities by President William Ruto lacked public participation and therefore is unconstitutional, null and void. This declaration comes hot on the heels of about 10 decisions made by the President with regards to logging activities in Kenya, decisions that have involved the firing of some 23 Kenya Forest Service officers. But in doing so, the CS for Environment today steered clear of naming who the 23 individuals are, raising more questions than answers. Is NTV's Sydney Chazima with more details.
President William Ruto has twice in a week suffered blows from the judiciary. Just 2 days after the courts stopped plans for the deployment of the police to Haiti, once again, another declaration by the president has been termed as null and void.
Tumelift ile moratorium ambayo ilikuwa imewekwa. Kuna waziri mwingine mjinga, alikuwa mjinga siku hiyo. Alienda akazuia mambo yote ya forest ikapotea. Sasa miti inaoza huko kwa msitu, watu wanahangaika pande hii, hawana mbao. Unaona ile ujinga iko hii Kenya.
The Environment and Lands Court has now declared that the lifting of the 6-year moratorium on logging did not give room for public participation and hence is unconstitutional. The court has also called on the government to implement the recommendations of the 2018 Task Force on Forest Resource Management and directed that the harvesting of the 5,000 hectares of the mature and overmature trees to be done in strict compliance with the provisions of the law, including the Environment and Management Act. Equally, the court has directed that the mature and overmature forest plantation trees be identified by the multi-agency oversight team and be harvested under the supervision of the Kenya Forest Service. Reports have pointed out that since President Ruto lifted the ban on logging activities in non-commercial forests have been on an upward trajectory.
There is a lot of misinformation that goes out. When the President announced the lift of the ban on logging, we have to feed the needs of the timber industry in this country, but it has to be done sustainably. And that is the underlining word. We have to do it sustainably.
Regulations and orders.
In the same breath, just a day after President Ruto announced the dismissal of 23 officers from the Kenya Forest Service, the CS Environment, Soipan Tuya, was at the KFS headquarters on a follow-up mission.
We are here today to witness and ensure that the Chief Conservator of Forests has effected the immediate dismissal of 23 forest officers.
Despite claiming that the said officers have been under investigation for some time prior to their dismissal, Soipan steered clear of naming them.
Asante sana, and maybe niseme kwa Kiswahili. Hao watu 23 ni wale ambao uchunguzi umeshakamilika na wamepatikana kuwa wamejihusisha grossly in kushiriki na wale wahalifu ambao wanaharibu misitu.
And when asked if the president followed the due legal processes and labor laws while dismissing the officers,
as to HR policies and labor laws, of course anyone aggrieved is free to express any infringement of their rights, including labor laws.
In spite of this, will the government publicly name the 23 KFS officers it says were found culpable of aiding and abetting illegal logging? Who are they working with and what actions have been taken against the accomplices? Sydney Chazima, NTV.